they break. Sometimes they fall upon you, these things you try to make. And in those moments you push, but in the end sometimes you don't think you did much. I saw a couple thousand people build a home here, in the shadow of the greed of the governor. And like water that rose, your ideas flowed, and they made their way to the square. And they brought 100,000 people there. And hey, Wisconsin, you captured my heart. It gave me hope the way you fought. You sparked something and you opened the door, 'cause you took that moment and you made it yours. So important what you did. You gave us all something that we needed. And looking from here, now it might take years before we realize its full importance. How it inspired its participants, how it danced outside of politics, how it altered public consciousness, how it built a future movement, how it broke a spell of silence, how it gave us all some guidance. Hey, Wisconsin, you captured my heart. It gave me hope the way you fought. You sparked something and you opened the door, 'cause you took that moment and you made it yours. Took that moment and you made it yours. Cause every revolution has a context, and social change is a process. I saw the sun rise to melt the snow, to clear the land for more life to grow. And it's spring now. Well, it's spring now. Well, it's spring now. And hey, Wisconsin, you captured my heart. It gave me hope the way you fought. You sparked something and you opened the door, 'cause you took that moment and you made it yours. Took that moment and you made it yours. You took that moment and you made it ours. And it's spring now. It's best to know the worth of what you got before it's gone. But you can't let yourself get stuck, 'cause you're afraid you might be wrong. You're nostalgic for 68, I'm nostalgic for 99. But sometimes thinking back too much can make you close your eyes. 'Cause what we do today matters both today and tomorrow. The point of learning history is to build something new. I don't care what you read about unless it impacts what you do. You wanna recreate 68, you wanna recreate 99. Try learning their hard lessons to reflect and then refine. 'Cause the good old days just suck sometimes if you ask those who were there. And the answers weren't just blown in the wind, they were put there. What we do today matters both today and tomorrow. But history gets simplified with the passing on of time. And causes and effects sometimes take decades to define. I've seen the long shadow of 68 by the ruins of the Berlin Wall. I've seen the long shadow of 68 in Seattle. And looking back from here now, all the pieces seem to fit. Sometimes it's hard to notice the changing world when you're right inside of it. But without us, the future is a boat without a sail. Without our best attempts, we set the next ones up to fail. What we do today matters both today and tomorrow. truth is like the sun, 'cause once it shines, it shines. And you can build yourself a roof, but it'll find its way inside. And I think struggle is a river that twists its way through time, and she's a drop of water playing her part in the tide. But it's little drops of water falling one by one that carve the canyon and make the river run. She's got books beneath her burqa. She walks off to the side through a world of attempted assassinations that can't stop how hard she tries. Illegal school, she's teaching them to read and write, and the dreams that are born here are the front lines of the fight. 'Cause it's little drops of water falling one by one that carve the canyon and make the river run. Ideas like a time bomb, spreading its fuse, and they know this all too well. They try to keep you from the tool, but these brave Afghan women are the force behind the dam. Little drops of water that'll one day flood the land when the tide rises up to join them. 'Cause it's little drops of water falling one by one carve the canyon and make the river run. It spread to Egypt, they were walking like Tunisians there. It spread to Egypt, they were walking like Tunisians there. And that spirit blew across Libya, and it ended up in Tahrir Square. And then it spread to Yemen, they were walking like Egyptians there. It spread to Bahrain, they're walking like Egyptians there. And that spirit blew across the Red Sea, and it ended up in Pearl Square. And it's an open door, but you only get what you go for. And then it spread to Wisconsin, they were walking like Egyptians there. And then it spread to New York, they're walking like Egyptians there. And that spirit blew across the Atlantic, and it ended up in Capitol Square. And it's an open door, but you only get what you go for. And it spread to Spain, they're walking like Egyptians there. Now it spread to Montreal, they're walking like Egyptians there. And that spirit's blowing across the whole world, it could end up anywhere. And it's an open door, but you only get what you go for. They got cops on the streets, walking in lines with taser guns. Wooden batons are trying to keep you scared with violent attacks. You know it all comes down to how you react, and now you're face to face, seeing it all. Disperse the warnings and making the call. They got buses to pack with people like you, and they did that in the 50s. The movement grew. Young student new to the game, movement elder, fanning the flames, combat veteran, seen it before. Same tactics used in the foreign war. Final warning, you're keeping your ground. Committed people sitting all around. Through the bullhorn, it's all distorted. You can't leave now, we can't afford it. Hold the line, even if your voice shakes, friend of mine. Even if your voice shakes, push forward, it's up to you. See it through. And the silence breaks, voices are loud, rubber bullets crack, pierce the crowd. Heart starts pumping, scared but proud, because the people still sitting in the tear gas cloud. The line advances, they're swinging sticks, hear the marching boots and the taser clicks. Screaming erupts, someone got struck, people calling for a medic. They better hurry up, now the vomit comes like a flood. Getting choked by the gas, hands covered in blood, bruised and beaten, limping away. Remember, it's always been this way. They'll beat you down, show you the guns, it gets violent sometimes, and then change comes. You stand firm, organize, and then come back. To there's too many people for them to attack. You gotta hold the line, even if your voice shakes, friend of mine. Even if your voice shakes, push forward, it's up to you. See it through. Days like this, when something clicks, when you're confused, tired, and scared as shit, but your body's alive with that heartfelt drive, and you engage the problem right before your eyes. When you could have ran, but you stayed inside. When you were beaten and gassed, and you still came back. That feeling of power that you got deep down rises to the top. When you get beat down, there's a world to win. When your heart is strong and it doesn't new wrongs to focus on. Every day brings a vision to strive for, something to live and die for. When you go back home and you're on your own, it's easy to feel like you're all alone, but it's through memory and hope that we stay supported. Cause we can't quit now, we can't afford it. Hold the line, even if your voice shakes, friend of mine. Even if your voice shakes, push forward, it's up to you. See it through. The tired, wasted minds of retired suburban workers drown out the adventures planned by inspired dreamers. Bounce off the walls of shopping malls to guide us to our purchases. I wonder where it comes from. Is it greed or is it anger? Hatred born from a culturally taught fear of the strange, or the slow creep of history manifesting as we grow. Self-hatred externalized to feed a macho ego. These walls that close around us, we keep them close inside us, and learn to find comfort in the limits they provide us. To chant down or ignore those who step to break the silence, and cheer those we pay to maintain a downward flow of violence. Lean on the flag when it's time to go to war again. Find comfort in the fact you'll probably never feel the burden of these wars, of these laws, of these halls deprived of justice. Ignore the biased failures of the policies before us. Link your life up on this long chain of debt and deprivation and join the rats racing towards twisted affirmation. Rise for the honorable, die for the honor. Place your right hand over your heart and surrender. This is how you're gonna live your life. Let me stand beside the ones who stand to fight for freedom, for the world that they envision, free from poverty and racism, where no journey stalled by separation walls or borders, where the hard work of the long ignored is honored and rewarded. I wonder where it comes from. Is it love or is it anger? A faith and a compassion in the value of the stranger, or education lined with an indignant sense of reason, or a heart filled up with rage manifest in its action. These spaces that we build, we must build them together with tools that we can use to empower one another, so our words and our attempts serve to breed a generation that will risk more than the ones before to bring about the changes. I sing my song to instigate rebellion, the urgent escalation through strategic intervention, for the young, for the old, for the ones who sit in cages, for the tired and depressed, stressed and turning up the pages, keeping one hand on hope and one hand on reality, to ground my inspiration in the sadness that surrounds me. I am in the world to change the world. My dreams might be big, but I will work to make them possible. Oh, this is how I'm gonna live my life. 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 They say every generation has a purpose and a mission to fulfill or betray. Wherever it rears its head, this is my time to put the work in. This is my generation. I got the insight and motivation to take it somewhere new. I'm a catalyst and a builder. I'm a digger and a tiller, not just a dreamer, but a fulfiller with the tools to get there. I'm standing right here, cause I'm stronger, and I'm standing one day longer, or 2 days if I have to, doing what I need to do. I'm not hoping, I'm not wishing, I am doing, I'm resisting. I am Egypt, I'm Wisconsin, walking down that open road. This is my time to put the work in. This is my generation. I got the insight and motivation to take it somewhere new. I'm a catalyst and a builder. I'm a digger and a tiller, not just a dreamer, but a fulfiller with the tools to get there. They say every generation has a purpose and a mission. You fulfill it or betray it, and the next one does the same. This is our time to put the work in. This is our generation. We got the insight and motivation to take it somewhere new. We are catalysts and builders. We are diggers and tillers, not just dreamers, but fulfillers with the tools to get there. every artsy little college town's got a ghetto down the road, where the farmer and the field hand cling to what they hold, and they buy a daily bottle to ease their heavy load. They got ways of getting by, and every touristy little shopping strip surrounded by abandonment, where the parent and the teacher bear the burden of joblessness, and their homes are eyed constantly by the vampires of development. But they got ways of getting by. Oh, they got ways of getting by. And you cry cries of pity and you raise up your hands, but that's not how you change the situation, no. And every downtown business district's got a prison and a court, where the addict and the street pharmacist paced back and forth, and the lives of rehabilitation exploit and distort. But they got ways of getting by. And every waterfront shopping mall's got a ghetto down the road, where the cleaner and the dishwasher cling to what they hold, and they buy a daily bottle to ease their heavy load. But they got ways of getting by. Oh, they got ways of getting by. And you cry cries of pity and you raise up your hands, but that's not how you change the situation, no. And all around this tired world there's places just like here, where farmers and dishwashers slowly turn the gears, and teachers and prisoners labor through their years. But they got ways of getting by. Oh, they got ways of getting by. Oh, they got ways of getting by. Oh, they got ways of getting by. We have come here on our own free will to fight for dignity against that which places profits above humanity. We have been crushed by the weight of capitalists and abused and abandoned by the laws of politics. We have learned from Cairo, from Iceland and Madrid. Now it's time to extend the fight and spread the word. We will remain here in this square where our voices carry weight, fighting for the lives that we deserve. Well, they thought we were asleep, that they could carry out the cuts, cutting back our rights without resistance, but they were wrong. We are fighting both peacefully and not. With great determination we will drive the old world out. We have learned from Cairo, from Iceland and Madrid. Now it's time to extend the fight and spread the word. We will remain here in this square where our voices carry weight, fighting for the lives that we deserve. We who share a common rage against inequality are united by our will to build a new society, representing no party and represented by none. No, the people as a whole must lead the transformations we have learned from Cairo, from Iceland and Madrid. Now it's time to extend the fight and spread the word. We will remain here in this square where our voices carry weight, fighting for the lives that we deserve. Come here on our own free will to fight for dignity against savage places, profits above humanity. United we are fighting both peacefully and not. With great determination we'll bring a new world about. We have learned from Cairo, from Iceland and Madrid. Now it's time to extend the fight and spread the word. We will remain here in this square where our voices carry weight, fighting for the lives that we deserve. Well, there's bombs in your buildings, America the Great, and you're terrified of strangers and you foster so much hate. Well, you stormed around this planet, tearing at the roots. Now the chickens are coming home to roost, America. Half the world is starving, and they're starving cause of debt. You say they want an open market, they just don't know it yet. As your economic hitmen talk bullshit to the press, the teenage refugees strap explosives to their chests. Build a wall along the border and close your enemies. Keep food and water from the hands of those in need. Parade your military, fold the flag for their parents. Send them out to occupy and die around the planet, America. This is your policy. There's a war in northern Pakistan directed from Nevada by some summer soldier playing games on the computer. Well, is he already dead? Has he been stripped of reason? Killing from afar while he's comfortably living. This is the country that the rest of the world sees. It's ignorant, obnoxious, xenophobic, anti-peace. Call us our conquistadors, with everybody share with its hands and its soldiers and its money everywhere. Saying fuck the world community, we'll go it on our own. Dropping bombs on third world countries to prove how much we've grown. But there's an orphan generation just waiting. When it all blows back, it's gonna blow up in our faces, America. This is our destiny. Bombs in your buildings, America the Great, and you're so shocked and awed that people would retaliate. We've run from your past, but now the breeze is blowing in. If you want to heal these wounds, and it's a good time to begin, America, cause this is real. Yeah, this is real, America. Yeah, this is real. I've seen the bitter worker whose labor paid little in return, struggling to meet the monthly bills with the little that she earns. And I've seen the developer and the banker with the double-bladed loan, who in the name of economic yellow haze, where the number crunchers and corporate thieves are now counting down their days. And I know we got a long way to go, but we're on the right track. Yeah, we're on the right track. And I've seen the gang fighter with a misplaced but justified rage, fighting his brother on the broken streets until they put him in a cage. And I've seen the politician lying to the faces of the poor about fixing the conditions of their lives with one hand on the door. And I know we got a long way to go, but we're on the right track. Yeah, we're on the right track. And I know we got a long way to go, but we can't turn back. 'Cause I've seen the people's movements in Iceland and Oakland and Greece, in Egypt, Tunisia and Chile and Spain, saying it's our time to speak now. We're gonna speak now. And their hope is rising, a whirlwind in an era of change that's born from the rejection of a bitter fear that's now falling like the leaves. It's falling like the leaves. And I know we got a long way to go, but we're on the right track. Yeah, we're on the right track. And I know we got a long way to go, but we can't turn back. We raised up your flag with the Egyptian tide and took to the streets for your future and your pride. And the cops and the soldiers, well, some took your side, the rest just pointed and fired. Oh, comrade, we are listening to your songs of the streets. We are listening. Through the bullets and the bombs, we can still hear you sing. Well, they can crush the flowers, but they can't stop the spring. We walked down a path so many walked before, an unexpected martyr in an unwanted war. But it was a moment of pushing a global open door, and the people of the world moved forward. Oh, comrade, we are listening to your songs of the streets. We are listening. Through the bullets and the bombs, we can still hear you sing. Well, they can crush the flowers, but they can't stop the spring. We raised up your flag for the world to see, as you stood face to face with the military. But your sacrifice and pain, well, it hasn't been in vain, 'cause there's a lot more flowers blooming. dear sons of the streets, we are listening. Through the bullets and the bombs, we can still hear you sing. Well, they can crush the flowers, but they can't stop the spring. Well, they can crush the flowers, but they can't stop the spring.